Okay, so a few videos back, I rated all the Fortnite storylines from Season 3 to Season 12. And on the video, either if I edited out or not, I said that I would make one, so I would be ranking all the live events from whenever it started to the device event. So let's get into it. I'm going to just name all of them right now, pretty much in order of what order they happened, but I'm going to quickly say them on order. But yeah, hope you enjoy. Okay, if you like the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe with notifications so you never miss any brand new videos. And yeah, hope you enjoy the video. In order, the recruit event in Season 4, Season 5's Kevin spawns in, Season 5's Kevin melts into Loot Lake, Season 6's Nexus event, Season 7 Ice Storm, Season 7 Marshmallow event, Season 7 New Year event, Season 8 Unbolting event, Season 9 the Final Showdown, which was the Mega Team Leader versus the Monster, Season X the End event, Season 11 Star Wars event, Season 11 New Year's event, Season 12 Travis Scott event, and Season 12 the Device event. So I'm going to be ranking all of these events, which is exactly 13 of them. So let's get into it. That's really 14 of them. But anyway, let's just get into it. Alright. So on my number 13 spot, literally going to be the Season 11 and Season 7 New Year event put together. I'm putting this at the bottom because it was a fun little addition to the game at the end of the year. Or at the beginning of the new year, but you know, it wasn't really much. All that happens is just there's a few fireworks, and I mean that's kind of all about it. It's kind of like I liked it, but you know it wasn't the best. But it's obviously not that good if it's in the last spot, in my opinion at least. Alright, so in the 12th place is Kevin spawning in, which happened in Season 5. When the massive crack in the sky disappeared, shooting out lightning onto one of the hills or one of the mountains in Paradise Palms, or in the desert, and that created Kevin the Cube. If you don't know who Kevin the Cube is, well, yeah, what are you doing? Anyway, so he started running around the map, and eventually the next, in the 11th spot, is where he ended his journey. Well, that's what we thought at first. So, okay, so the 11th spot, Kevin's journey ended at Loot Lake, where it went into the lake and completely turned the whole lake into a bouncy castle lake, basically. And we thought that was over. But, yeah. It wasn't. Let's just say that. Okay, so the next event in the 10th place is going to be Season 7's Ice Storm event. Yeah, this was the first. NANI? This event I actually reacted to live. Back then, I thought it was absolutely insane, but now it's just like, I think you guys can guess that it's like, it was pretty bad. All that happened was like, the Ice King put himself in a globe, and used the power of Kevin to able to make a massive storm to be the Fire King who escaped from Polar Peak. Okay, so basically what happened in the event was he cracked out of that sphere, and then he made a massive hologram of himself, and then he pushed the snowstorm over to the island, and that's pretty much all that happened. The next event, in 9th place, is going to be the Star Wars event. Yeah, I guess you guys were expecting either this to be in this position or even lower. Personally, like, it was a truly bad event. The only thing good about it was the fighting scenes in between, and then the lightsabers, and then the hype for the lightsabers at the end, which went down quite quickly. But all that really happened was the guy, I don't even remember his name now, that guy talking. That was pretty much what that happened. So in my 8th spot is actually going to be, well, the rocket event. The rocket event was the event that started off all the events. It's like, it wasn't really the best event, obviously, but like, because it was the first one. Basically, all that happened is that the rocket went up into the air, and then it failed. It came down, came crashing towards the towers, went into a rift, went into another rift, and then came out of that rift, and then it went around the island, and then it went to another rift, and then while it was nowhere around the island for a bit, it came out of another rift and made the crack in the air that eventually created Kevin the Cube. Alright, so in the 7th spot is going to be the Nexus event. The Nexus event, it was actually the one on Fortnite. Anyway, so basically what happened in the Nexus event is, in Season 6, the cube rose up from the lake and carrying the house with, and it was just floating there. Eventually, it seemed like it was starting to lose power, and in the event, it started to go grey. It dropped a few, like, I don't even know, nuggets into the bottom of the whirlpool that was underneath it. Anyway, and then started spinning around, and eventually it brought us into this like interdimensional rift, if that makes sense. Basically, it looked like we were going into another dimension. And then there was a cutscene how our players touched it, and then we entered the map back with Loot Lake now being Leaky Lake. Yeah, no. I don't know, no, that's not correct. Leaky Lake turning back into Loot Lake, I think. Whatever. Anyway, so on my 6th spot is actually going to be the unfolding event. Yes, for a lot of people, including me, this didn't work out, and half the players couldn't even get into the event itself. Basically, what happened in this event, the vault underneath Loot Lake opened up. Many players go inside, and many players could decide what weapon they wanted to deck. There was a choice from bouncers to the grappler to planes to the infinity blade to the drum gun, and then the attack SMG. The vote was for the drum gun, and the drum gun vaulted, and you could, once the event was over, you could use it. It took quite a long time to do the votes, so all the votes could go together. But then everybody rose up from the vault, and also just honorable mention that the area underneath the vault actually seems to be the Nexus to everybody else. I personally don't know if it's the Nexus, because when Kevin exploded, we were sent into like an area that looked like a different dimension, and we didn't actually go underneath anywhere. Also, why was there a thing? We have no idea. Like actual random stuff down there. But anyway, okay. So on my 5th spot is going to be the Marshmallow event, which was just like a side event, which back then was the most insane one. Like when I was around Season 8, I thought the Marshmallow event was like the best event ever, because none of them were as good as it. There were lights, and there was flying, and so much other stuff, and everybody. Like, the funny thing is, I joined accidentally. I'm like, let's play some Fortnite. Hey, what is that? Why is Solo's not there? And then I just went into it randomly, and I have no idea what Marshmallow. I didn't even know what Marshmallow was or whatever. Just saw that there was a skin called Marshmallow in the game. And the worst thing about it was I was stuck in build mode almost the whole time while watching events. So half the time I could barely see anything. Yeah. But other than that, it was awesome. Okay, so on my 4th spot is going to be the end event. This event ended chapter 1 and started chapter 2. So the end event was like, basically what happened was, I think I'll explain it in another video, because there's just so much detail to it that I don't think I can say in this particular video. Plus I don't even have all my thoughts up of what happened, like all the visitors, but stuff like that. So I'm going to explain that in another video. Okay, so on my first spot is going to be the Travis Scott event. This was another side event, another side concert, like the Marshmallow event. Obviously, it was way cooler, saying that it was 5 seasons later than the Marshmallow event. Also, Fortnite by now was running on the new Chaos engine, which which helps everything go a lot smoother, plus they are able to make a lot more other stuff. So yeah, this Travis Scott event seemed to like put us back through memory lane, as the Travis Scott event kind of like a lot of things that the Travis Scott event resembled things back before. Like for example, when we were in space. Spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen it, I don't know where you wouldn't have seen it, but just yeah, when you were in space and then the astronomical guy, I don't even know what his name is, was on the planet, and then the whole astronomical thingy, the globe, whatever, started breaking. The microphone in the middle, or the thingy in the middle, started going purple and started spinning exactly like the cube in the Nexus event. And then we were sent to this I don't even know what thing, and we flew, and then the butterfly appeared, which was also only appeared in the Nexus event. So that just resembled the Nexus event. There was fire in it, resembling the unboarding event with the volcano, which I also forgot to say. In the Season 8 volcano event, basically the volcano, a lot of meteors came out of the volcano, it destroyed retail, it completely destroyed Tilted, and it damaged Polar Peak. Just gonna add that in. Sorry. Okay, so number 2 spot is going to be the final season. Number 2 spot is going to be Season 9's final showdown event. So truly, this event probably the most hype, as I've never been before this. I've never been so hyped about the storyline, as I already told you in the video before. So don't forget to check that video as well. I'll link it in the description. Anyway, so this event caused me the most hype because I was so hyped for the storyline before it. Like, we used glitches to get onto the island from creative so much, every single day, because we were so interested in it. Anyway, on the final showdown event, the monster finally came out of the water, and Singularity, the Season 9 secret skin, built this massive, robot to defeat it. The island came onto the island. Wow. Oh god. The monster came onto the island and then started attacking Loot Lake. But by now the robot was attacking it with missiles and rockets. The monster got angry. It shot a beam of purple poisonous, I don't even know, something at the robot that damaged him. Then they both went into the water. That was a massive plot twist. The robot got extremely injured, and everybody thought that was the end, until a few stuff happened. First of all, the massive wall from the unbolting event, which now is known as the Orb, or pretty much known as the Orb. Hey, I think from the past. It's called the 0 point. I forgot what other thing it was called, but what the hell, man? I just told you, bro. Got power from the orb because it contained so much power. And then after that, the Singularity statue in Neo Tilted, which turns out to be a sword, and she just stabbed the monster just above the eye, killing it. He flossed on him with one hand, which in my opinion is illegal. But then it said goodbye to the players and it flew up. Nobody still knows where it went or why it went up to space, but many people thought it was hinting that Fortnite was going to space. Anyway, so number 1 is obviously the device event. It's just this event that's caused more hype or more anger for other players, because Epic had delayed it so much because of either coronavirus or the stuff going on with Black Lives Matter. I completely understand why they did it. If you went onto Twitter, you could see that so many people were complaining about it, saying that they will uninstall the game because they delayed it again about something that is quite serious. I spent 2 hours tweeting hate on those tweets. Okay guys, so I'm saying this after I recorded the video, and also I'm saying this during editing obviously, but I understand that there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and I understand that a lot of people are complaining that to keep stuff going on in the real world out of the gaming world, and I completely understand that as well. I completely understand, and I hope you guys understand as well. Because they just don't care about. I just hate to think that people just care about the game and don't care about other people. That's exactly what I mean by the whole thing. Anyway, so eventually the device event happened, and it kind of brought like so much theories up. Like, it turned out Fortnite overall was just a simulation, and the Agent Josie is actually in the real world. I mean, if you want to have more information about that, I'll link a video to Top 5 Gaming's video, because that just explains it more, and today's video is not really based on the particular theories on the device event. But yeah, I'm going to just quickly go through it one more time, just quickly saying the names. Okay, so in 13 Sport is the Season 11 and Season 7 New Year's event. In Season 12, it's Kevin spawning in Season 5. 11th place is Season 5's Kevin melting into Loot Lake. 10th place, Season 7's Ice Storm event. 9th place, the Star Wars event. 8th place, the Rocket event. 7th place, the Nexus event. 6th place, the Unvaulting event. 5th place, the Marshmallow event. 4th place, the End event. 3rd place, the Travis Scott event. 2nd place, the Final Showdown event. And then lastly, the device event. Hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like on it, and also tell me in the comments of how you would rate the live event. This is just my opinion, and I'm complete. And if anybody wants to tell their opinion to comment, they are completely free to. And if you have any thoughts of what you guys think I should do, then don't hesitate to tell me in the comments. Hope you liked the video, and goodbye.